So the UK government offers a student loan or EU tuition fee loan to students from around Europe. So students who are within the European Union or even in the UK who are European students, European nationals too, are entitled to the tuition fee loan. This loan will help students with their studying an undergraduate degree or a postgraduate degree. If they're studying an undergraduate degree, they will be entitled to the full funding that they would need to pay for their tuition fee cost at the institution or the university. The loan will cover all those costs of tuition. So for example, for 2018-19 academic year, tuition fees cost £9,250. Therefore, the UK government will pay the 3 years of those funding. If a student is wishing to study a postgraduate degree, then they will be given a loan of up to £10,000 to contribute to that fee cost. The fees for postgraduate degrees can vary due to the nature of the courses, but the £10,000 will be paid to the student and they would then transfer those funds over to the university depending on the instalment plan that's there. The loan system works where students who have not studied before can gain this loan to pay for their tuition. It would all be based on them studying rather than being based on family or parental income. So if a student has studied a bachelor's before and received a loan before, there is more likely that they won't receive it again. If a student has never received the tuition fee loan, they are 99% sure that they would be able to gain this loan. They would make their application and submit this through Student Finance England. Once received the loan, this will be paid automatically to the university. Once the student has completed their course, whether it's a 3-year course or a 4-year course, they would then contribute back to paying their loan. So depending on the student's salary and the country, each country is different in terms of the payment plan of how they pay back. So let's, for example, say you're a British student, you've borrowed the tuition fee loan, you would pay back once you reach a certain salary of £27,000 a year. The government would take a small contribution back to each of those. So similar to that, in the European Union, students who study and then graduate and start earning a salary, once they start receiving a certain amount of salary, their loan will start to be paid back. There is no commitment to paying back the loan if you are not earning. So if a student hasn't started earning yet or hasn't gained the salary yet, they will not be asked to pay. Once the student is earning, then they will obviously start paying back the money. Some students are entitled to a maintenance loan as well, but this is looked into when they apply for their student loan itself. So if the student has been residing in the UK for a minimum of 3 years, either through their parents or being based in the UK, and still a European national, whether they're Spanish, Polish, Portuguese, Italian and so on, they could still be entitled to a maintenance loan as well, or the tuition fee loan. So obviously it's really important to look on the Student Finance England website to see what the students could be entitled to. So to make an application for the loan, obviously once you received your offer, it's advisable to log on to studentfinance.gov.uk. There you will have the forms available to make your application. So there will be a specific form for the EU tuition fee loan, and that will be based on your undergraduate studies or your postgraduate respectively. So you will download the form and complete this online. We advise you to do it online because this is a smoother and quicker process. Otherwise, if you do the paper form, it can take longer, as well as you having to submit evidence for your qualification for the loan itself. The form is pretty straightforward. It'll be based on where you're living, your country of domicile, the course that you're looking to study, your tuition fee cost, the institution that you will study, and general information about yourself too. Once you've obviously completed the form, you can submit this straight through the website of the above mentioned site that I mentioned, and then it can take up to 6 to 8 weeks to have confirmation of your receival of the form, and for the UK government to state that they will give you the funding. Once obviously all the terms have been met for you to require the loan and the government have confirmed that you will receive your loan, they will then inform you of what the dates that will be made payable, and that will fit with your academic calendar for your study at the university of your choice.